Greetings to all the viewers out there for this preview show, which is pre-recorded. It is pre-recorded on Monday for the Tuesday meeting, the 29th of August. Turffontein inside track. And just looking at the card, we have a 9-race program. So the exotics will commence in race number 2 at the Bipot. On the line is Alistair Cohen. Alistair, firstly, you've had a busy week, and how's things your side of the world?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, Sheldon. Hello to you and hello to all the viewers. And this week is going to be on par with the week I've just had, so hopefully we get through it on the other side by the time Sunday comes around. But yeah, life is good. In fact, I have no room to complain. I enjoyed obviously the sales and Equus Awards. I thought the sales were very healthy. All the numbers were up on last year with less horses to sell, so that was obviously a good sign. Onwards and upwards from here. As for the card, Sheldon, I must confess I've seen more appealing cards in my time, but hopefully we can get through it and maintain a good level of form.
Well, that's it. We soldier along, and let's get straight into race number 1, a 9-race program, so it won't be part of the exotics. Looking at the betting, number 8, Right Turn on Red is 22-10. Number 2, Zoom Lady is 9-2. And then I see number 10, Venetian Moonlight from the Peters stable. From 7-2 has gone out 9-2. Right Turn on Red. What did you make of that debut run, Alistair?
I must be honest, Sheldon, not a whole lot, but the money's come for Right Turn on Red, which pricks my ears a little bit. She was beaten by C. Veloce. The second was Flying Puma. Did absolutely nothing, ran unplay subsequently and nearly won, and there are a few in that race that have not ripped up any trees out of that run. What Right Turn on Red did, though, was at least run on, but, you know, was she running on? Was she looking like she was finding her feet at the end against average horses? That's the way I'm reading it. But out of gate 1, with the experience under her belt, with Gavin Labrina taking over, there are some advantages, probably more advantages than disadvantages, but it's a race that I wanted to stay away from. In fact, when I initially looked at the race, take out the first timers, I thought number 9, Shine in Memphis, could be a nice value play. I thought the first run was good behind Micker's Bomb, also from a very quiet form line, and I know she was annihilated by Forever in My Dreams last time, but that's a well above average horse trained by Alec Laird. So I thought over the first timers, I'd rather have a place bet on number 9, Shine in Memphis, than a win bet on any of them. And then as for the first timers, obviously number 10, Venetian Moonlight, makes some appeal, and as does number 4, D-Day. So both of those bear watching in the market.
Let's move on to race number 2, which will be the opening leg of the Bipot, and you've gone with numbers 2, 3 and 7. Let's start off with number 2, Fast Duty. Last 2 runs very consistent. Likewise, Copper Mist. So these 2 runners should be huge players.
Yeah, Fast Duty's a bit of a letdown, to be honest, Sheldon. It is his 3rd run after a rest, though, so that is some benefits, and since coming back from a rest, he's run 2 nice races to Runway Bomb and Try Me went into a weak handicap just over a week ago at Turffontein and ran no sort of race. Penultimate starts a Runway Bomb. That form looks good. So Richard Ferree in the irons, number 2, Fast Duty, will have his followers. He's not a horse that I'd want to have a go on. I like this horse, number 3, Copper Mist, as a horse, the son of Master of My Fate. He's a lovely, big, strapping horse. He drops in distance, which is a little bit of a question mark, but I like enough of what I saw in his last 2 starts, so I'm going to give him a little bit of hope in this race, and I think that he might be the one that bears watching as far as the market is concerned. And then my backup here is number 7, God of Chaos. Alec Laird trains, and we'll get the services of Kiratile Kacheri. He was quiet on debut, was God of Chaos, and I think he'll learn a lot from that run. It was just one of those starts that looked quite appealing, that he'll kick on with that run under the belt, number 7, God of Chaos. Again, I've sidestepped some of the first timers. Some of them might be nicely bred, and there has been support for number 10, Sovereign's Core, who was also supported on debut. He's a good-looking horse and ran no sort of race. He was well beaten. To be honest, I might open my wallets a little bit more come race time on the opening leg of the Bipot if the market speaks favourably for number 8, Japanese Star, or maybe Hermitage, number 5 on the card. But as it stands, 2, 3 and 7 my numbers in race 2. The Bipot, my suggested bet.
Right, as we move on to race number 3, it's over 2,000 meters, and just looking at the field, majority of them have been tried and tested. Alistair?
Oh yeah, this is not a pretty race at all, Sheldon. I was spending a bit of time looking for what could potentially be the right horse here, and I've gone with two horses that I don't really trust, so that's where I stand here. I'm going to start with number 9, number 3, All Rise. I'll do it numerically. Brett Webber trains and Calvin Habib takes the ride. Over 2,600 metres last time. She was in front with about 300 metres left to run. She was sent, she moved up under the hands, and she just simply didn't get home. So dropping in distance on the inside track again, I think this could be the right time to strike for number 3, All Rise. But you can never be confident with an 8-run maiden who ran her career best last time out, and her career best by quite a margin against a very weak field. When Desert Fox is beating you, that must have taken 20 runs as a maiden. I think that tells you the strength and the level of that race. And then number 9, Outer Dimension, who started even money favourite last time, and she was very, very costly. But Outer Dimension, even though beaten with Anne with an E on that occasion, and also finishing in front of All Rise, at least she's got some scope to improve. She's a half-sister to a Derby winner in the form of Aragosta, so she's got that in her favour, that she should have no problem going this distance and more. And I think that she's probably a slow learner from run 1 to run 2, but she could be a quick learner from run 2 to run 3. So she makes the most appeal in a very, very weak race.
That'll take us on to race number 4, which will be over 2,600 meters. And just looking at the anti-post betting, number 3, Angel's Wish, is 16 to 10. 2, Princess Kesh, 22 to 10. And number 1, Kind Judy, is 5 to 2. Alistair, quite congested the market, and rightfully so. I mean, you've gone with numbers 1 and 2. Kind Judy, a six-time winner and a 6-year-old, and Princess Kesh is a 3-time winner.
Yeah, I've gone with the 2 old girls in the 6-horse race that carry top weight. Not really confident on either of them, because I also put number 3, Angel's Wish, in the race. So for those playing pick sixes, don't leave number 3, Angel's Wish, out. But I think the form to Ballroom Bliss from the 1st of August, even though when you look at the collateral form, you've got Kind Judy finishing 4 1/4 lengths to Ballroom Bliss, coming in here with 60.5. Then you've got Angel's Wish, who's been absolutely damaged with Rachel Venike's non-allowance. So does that eliminate her? It doesn't eliminate her, but it does put Kind Judy and Princess Kesh pretty much on a par with number 3, Angel's Wish. So let's see which way it goes. Personally, I think coming onto the inside track, number 1, Kind Judy, will have the slight advantage here. Muziani takes the ride. She's been used to carrying lightweights for quite a long time. Last time off a heavyweight, she ran 4 1/4 lengths to Ballroom Bliss. Ballroom Bliss ran a cracker subsequently during the week. So number 1, Kind Judy is a very narrow, tentative selection over number 2, Princess Kesh. I think if Princess Kesh brings her penultimate start, she'll win. If she brings her last start, then Kind Judy will have her number. So that's how I read that. And then I've got all the time in the world for number 3, Angel's Wish, as well. She's got to be a live player.
Right, let's move on to race number 5, which is over the 1,700-meter trip. And looking at the betting, number 2, Black Lightning, really rules the roost at 11 to 10. It's then 6 to 1 and better the rest. Alistair, you got to take either a stance of you banker number 2, Black Lightning, or you got to go 4 5 runners.
Yeah, I've gone 4 runners in my bar pot here, Sheldon. Number 2, Black Lightning, is a horse that I've actually been waiting for a while. Before he hit form at his penultimate start, I've been looking for him on a soft track. I mean, the reins are, 6 weeks away on the half vault, and I think that'll help number 2, Black Lightning, almost grow an extra leg, being by soft footing and having performed in the wet already. But he's turned it around as a late 3-year-old, now early 4-year-old, number 2, Black Lightning, and he looks like he's getting to a reasonable level of form, and a win can't be too far away. So instinct tells me number 2, Black Lightning, is the right one. But just in the back of my mind, I still think he'll be a better horse with a sting out of the ground, but it's very hard to ignore his chances. Number 6, Rosie Lemon. Weirdly, I think this horse is going to run quite nicely, dropping in distance. Calvin Habib takes a ride out of draw 1 for Fani Bronkhorst. Rosie Lemon started her career with a lot more promise than what she's got now. What was her highest rating? Her highest rating was a 78. She's down to a 62. This race is riddled with rating droppers, but I think she might be at the right type of level now. And funny enough, over 2,000 meters last time out, going through the final 200, I thought number 6, Rosie Lemon, had some sort of prayer of scraping into the places, and she just kind of fell away over the closing stages. So I think number 6, Rosie Rosie Lemon could be the value in the race. I've also got number 8, Follow My Path. Of the paces on, he'll be dangerous from the draw. I'm sure he'll take his medicine. And also Fani Bronco's other runner, Rosie Lemon, stable companion number 11, Silly Fella, Jared Penny on board. The recent form doesn't look all that pretty, but in this race, whose form does look pretty, off a lightweight, maybe number 11, Silly Fella's got a chance to come alive and earn a bit of cash in race number 5.
Right, time for a banker, and it's going to be race 6, number 4, Sharapova, who is currently odds on at 7 to 10. Number 1, Queen of Smokers, 5 to 1, with number 5, Rattle Bag. Now, Alistair, you've elected to banker number 4, Sharapova. Her form speaks for itself. She's yet to miss the money with a victory, 4 seconds, and a third to her career, and 54 kilograms on the back.
Yeah, so that's the key, Sheldon. That's exactly the key of how consistent she is. And even if she doesn't win, she tends to run a big race. I must confess, when I first looked at the field, without looking at the form, I thought, right, I'm going to try beat Sharapova. She'll be no value at the price. But when I look at everyone in this race, Queen of Smoke likely to need the run, Intoxicating, good last workout, but likely to need the run. 3 Golden Aspen, I think was definitely held by number 4 Sharapova. 5 Rattlebag, well beaten last time out. Penultimate win was good, but now at this level, I think she might just be handicapped out of it. And number 6 Twice as Wild is badly under suffering. So all things being said, I think number 4 Sharapova, very, very tough nut to crack. If she doesn't win, I can't see her missing the first 2. And if she doesn't win, I can't be confident on anything beating her. So number 4 Sharapova, hard horse to beat. De Kock and Van der Merwe fresh off a double at the Vaal on Thursday. So they've got a good thing going at the moment. And Sharapova, I think, has under-delivered a little bit throughout her career. I think a lot more was expected of her. And, after that stint in Cape Town and sort of coming back after a layoff, it looks like she's a better, stronger, wiser horse now. So, best bet on the card just because of the level of opposition.
So there we have it, a banker and best bets on the card for Alistair. Stepping into the waters of race number 7, the Farm Sale Stakes over 1,200 meters. And when you look at race number 7, number 1 is 12 to 10, and then it's 7 to 2 and better. You've gone with numbers 1, 2, and 5 here, Alistair.
Yeah, Sheldon, this race has me scratching my head, and it actually shouldn't because of the conditions of the race. The best weights suggest that Awelami and Richard I are miles ahead of everything else, and both of them are in. Awelami went down to Hollywoodbets Scottsville at the start of the month and finished a good second behind Gold Tatiana, who was an aimer according to the official ratings on that occasion. So Awelami led the rest home, and he ran a good race in defeat. So, I like his chances. Number 2, Richard I, I think, is an upwardly mobile horse. I think he needed his first run back as a gelding. I went to the Vaal with Fani Bronkhorst last Thursday. We got chatting about his yard, and he thinks quite a bit of this horse, number 2, Richard I. So he got gelded after a second start, needed his first run back, and won what I think is a hot maiden afterwards. I know Kinshan Shah ran second out of that run, but I think there are a few in behind who are going to win their race. So number 2, Richard I, on the evidence of that run, has to be a player. But then Sean Terry's 2 horses have me stumped between Donny and Zenobia's Gold. Is it too short for Donny? He made his debut over a mile. He ran a cracker to William Ironarm. They've been winners left, right and centre out of that form. That is one of the stronger Joburg maiden juvenile forms from last season. So I think there's a level of ability with number 5, Donny, but the distance might be a little bit too short. And she was beaten by Zenobia's Gold in that farm sale race at Hollywoodbets Scottsville at the start of the month. So number 10, Zenobia's Gold, also gets into the conversation, but Zenobia's Gold is drawn a little bit deep, whereas Donny's drawn 1. So that makes me think about which way it's going to finish. I think Donny might turn the tables with number 10, Zenobia's Gold. So 1, 2, and 5 are my numbers, but I must be honest, that is sort of hoping to survive because even number 6, John Wick, has to have a bit of a chance.
Well, there you hear it. John Wick, also worth throwing in, and also has been in the money and attracting support. So keep a close eye on John Wick. Next up will be race number 8, and race number 8 is over 1,200 meters. And Alistair, when you look at the field, they're betting 7 to 2 3 runners, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Cosmic Star, Power Broker, and also Black Egret. How do you put together the puzzle in race number 8?
Yeah, pieces don't actually fit here, Sheldon, I have to be honest. On the 5th of August, I think that's probably the best line we can go on. Power Broker finished a quarter of a length in front of Black Egret, and now Black Egret gets a kilo to play with. So the pure mathematics of it all make Black Egret the right one over number 2, Power Broker. In fact, if you watch that race again, Black Egret loomed up very dangerously going through the final 200 metres, and Power Broker kept on finding. I think the 1,200 metres might just suit Black Egret a little bit more than number 2, Power Broker. Both of them have good records over the distance, so it's hard to be put off by what you see. But just purely on the sums, on the ones and twos, from that run at the start of the month, number 3, Black Egret, with Richard Furry on board, should turn the tables with number 2, Power Broker, but I can see it going either way. Number 1, Cosmic Star, he shows a lot of pace, and he was outrun late by a stable companion, Rainbow Reward, last time out, so that is a little bit of a concern. He's got to give weight away, although not much to numbers 2 and 3, but I'd like to see a little bit more from number 1, Cosmic Star. He's got a lovely turn of foot. When Keegan DeMello won on him on the Vaal Classic track, he looked the part, but he's not been at that level since number 1, Cosmic Star, so I think he might not be the most genuine and easiest to ride. So, and also down the page, down the bottom of the weights, a horse like number 6, Zanovi's got to have every chance as well. I like that last run to Captain Hindsight, where he stayed on nicely coming back from a layoff. There's something about this horse, number 6, Zanovi, so put him into your pick 6.
Super. Then we have one race left on the card to negotiate. It'll be race number 9 over 1,000 meters. And just having a look at the betting, a horse like number 3, Successful Secrets, I thought that could be a little bit of valued around 7 to 1. Alistair, last time out, Respiratory Noises, 13 lengths behind. The Brett Weber stable, 10 days later. What do you make of Successful Secret, the 4-time winner?
Yeah, there are 2 horses that I'm aiming at here, Sheldon. One of them is number 3, Successful Secret. I think the fact that Gavin Larena takes over in the irons is going to be a big positive. The Respiratory Noise last time makes me a little bit dicey whether you can trust him to an extent of having a bet on number 3, Successful Secret. But I like the way that this, when he puts it all together, he can be dangerous. If you take that last run out of the picture, he wouldn't even be 7 to 2. He'd be about 5 to 2 in this race. So I think everyone's kind of running for touch after coming back with Respiratory Noises last time out. Couldn't have been a fitness issue. He's not shown a tendency to have respiratory noises in the past either. So, there's enough to go on that number 3, Successful Secret is the value in the race. My only other horse that I like here is number 5, Here Is the Tiger, coming back to 1,000 meters. If he's not too far out of his ground and can deliver that turn of foot that he showed at his penultimate start, beating Mia Regina. Mia Regina was a winner at the Vaal on Thursday. Then I think coming back to a more suitable distance, number 5, Here Is the Tiger, is a big danger. I wouldn't be put off taking a quartet double floating those 2 by the field and hoping. Look, it's a small field, so you're probably not going to get a big price horse filling the top 4. But I think work your bets around numbers 3 and 5 in the last.
Right, numbers 3 and 5, Successful Secret, and number 5, Here Is the Tiger for Alistair. Alistair, we're going to bring up your suggested bet for the meeting at Turffontein. So if you can run through your buy pot, please.
My numbers are 2, 3 and 7 in the first leg. Fast Duty, Copper Mist, and God of Chaos. By 3 and 9, All Rise and Outer Dimension. By 1 and 2 in the small field, Stayers, Phillies, Handicap 1 and 2, Kind Judy, and Princess Kesh. I've got numbers in race number 5, and I'm looking for a big run for number 6, Rosie Lemon, at the price. So 2, Black Lightning, 6, Rosie Lemon, 8, Follow My Path, and 11, Silly Fella. I think if Broncos runs in the first 4 with those 2 runners, I'll be a very happy man. But bank your 4, Sharapova, and then the final leg of the buy pot, 1, 2 and 5, Awelami, Richard the First, and Doni.
Right, thanks very much, Alistair, for joining us on the line, and all the best, and enjoy the day and be safe.